What's going on, man? It's your big bro Trend. You tuned in once again to another exclusive video. What I'm about to tell you in this video, don't nobody talk about this. Nobody, you will never hear nobody ever that you come in contact with that talk about this, because a lot of people don't know what I'm about to tell you in this video. So watch this video. I'm not even sure if this video gonna stay up, because this information is some of the most secret information in the whole entire world. And once you figure this out, you will see life for what it really is. All right, you'll put on these special kind of glasses and you will see shit that nobody else can ever imagine to see. All right, so stay tuned to the whole entire video. Is over with. At the end, make sure you subscribe. It's your big bro Trend, man. I got something special for you at the end of the video. Now, this is what they don't talk about. See, the whole objective is to keep everybody sleep. All right, it's to keep everybody mourning. All right, not awakening. They don't want nobody awakening. They want everybody mourning, being sad. That's what you do when you mourn. You sad, you sob, you play the victim role, you complain, you sleep. That's why they call mourning. But they don't never want you to be awake. They don't never want you to wake up from your sleep. That's why they call it awake. All right. And that's why you have all these people that's talking about this term now that everybody uses. It's called awakening, because a lot of people are awakening from their sleep, which is mourning. All right. So that's why you see all this negative stuff out here being pushed on to society, is because they as long as they can keep you scared, as long as they can keep you mourning about everything that's going on is bad, if they can keep you sobbing and weeping and protesting, as long as they can keep you like that, they can keep you asleep. And that's exactly what they want. All right. So the things that we need to talk about is things like this. Now, I don't know if you've been doing this already or if you've experienced this, but I've experienced this every night. All right. But when you go to sleep at night, folks, you are literally astral traveling. All right. You astral traveling throughout anywhere in the universe. OK, keep in mind, we spiritual beings on the inside, meaning we are not confined to this body. It means that we don't have no limits. We spiritual. Once we die, we continue on. We live for eternity, because the spirit never dies. You feel me? That's why people that do die, that were once on earth, that's why their spirit is still here and people still talk about them and stuff, because they never died. You get what I'm saying? But when you go to sleep at night, you having a spiritual experience, because your body is having an out-of-body experience. Basically your spirit, when you sleep at night, basically your spirit body comes out of your physical body and it goes back into the higher dimensions of the universe, where we came from. All right. That's why when you go to sleep, see, a lot of people think it's normal to go to sleep and have a dream. No. When you go to sleep and you have a dream, you are going to sleep and you going to different worlds. You traveling to different countries. You meeting your ancestors. You meeting your relatives and stuff that passed away, because it's all in spirit. You know what I mean? You're talking to different entities, and you're talking to angels, and you're talking to God, and you're seeing the world for what it really is when you go to sleep, because like I said, your body is astral traveling. Have you ever wondered, like, why is it that if you do have a real powerful dream one night, how is it that when you come back to awake, all right, you feel tired? And you haven't even went nowhere. You just been laying in the bed the whole time. Once again, folks, we just spiritual beings inside of a body called the temple. It's a vehicle. It's a vessel. All right. And so, you know, it says in, I think it's a chapter in Ecclesiastes in the Bible. OK, you got to look it up yourself. Just Google Ecclesiastes, and then Google cord, like Ecclesiastes, spiritual cord or spinal cord or something like that. But anyway, it says all this stuff in the Bible, but anyway, people don't understand it on that level. They don't get it. They just sleep. They sleep. Even when you sleep, you can't even understand the Bible the way it's supposed to be interpreted. That's why so many people that do read the word, they still don't even understand how to live regular life because they still sleep. They don't understand it. All right. But it says all this stuff in the Bible. It says it says something about the cord being cut. All right. Once the cord is cut, then everybody returns back to dust or something like that. Look it up yourself. Okay. Now, when you think about when we born as people, what are we attached to? What are we attached to when we come out of our mother's womb? An umbilical cord. And then the doctor has to cut that cord. Once the doctor cuts that cord, when we come out of the womb of our mothers, that's when life starts. That's when we go into our own being. But while we're connected to that umbilical cord, we're still connected to the mother being in the womb. You get what I'm saying? So compare and contrast that to what I just said about Ecclesiastes in the Bible. Once the cord is cut, once your spiritual cord is cut, everybody, you die. You pretty much die. Now, when we astral project, you probably say, how do our spirit come out of our bodies and then come back to our bodies and make us wake up? Because we still have that spiritual cord, that umbilical cord that's connected to us in our bodies. You got your own spiritual umbilical cord. So when you go to sleep, like when the baby comes out of mother's womb, it's still sleep, kind of. Okay, until that cord is cut. All right. You go out into the universe when you sleep at night, but you're still connected to that cord, which is mentioned in the Bible. That's why you cannot break from that when you go to sleep at night. You can't break from your body. You got to still come back here on earth. I remember one time I astral projected for the first time, and like it scared me, man, because when I astral projected, I went above my body, and I was on top of the house or something, and I could see my body through the house, through the roof. And I got scared of something inside that dream, and I came back down. And when I came back down to my body, I started shaking. I remember I started shaking. It was kind of like I was awake, but I was still asleep when I was coming back into my body. So my body was shaking like, and then I got back into my body, and I couldn't move. I was paralyzed. And I'm just stiff. I'm just laying there like, after I astral projected, and I could not move. I guess my brain had not triggered that I was back into my body. You see, so when you go out into the universe, when you sleep at night as a spiritual being, when you come back into your body, because the cord comes back, it pulls you back to your body, your mind has to register back to being a human being all over again in order for you to wake up. You ever heard where some people die in they sleep? That's because, I don't know how that works, but that's because when they went into the universe, when they went to sleep, and somehow that cord, I don't know, God had it cut and they never came back. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, it's the same way when people get in comas and when people be unconscious and stuff, they still here, but their spirit body is in another dimension somewhere. You get what I'm saying? And the hope is that they come back to their bodies. So let's go on a little bit more, because I think I'm going over y'all heads, man. Speak up, let your voice be heard. Leave a comment below and let me know. Have you had an out-of-body experience? Have you had an OBE? Have you astral projected and went into different worlds and spoke to your ancestors? Oh, by the way, too, since we are spiritual beings having a human experience, there's nothing that you cannot know about a person if you start astral projecting, because you can literally go into the spirit world and see what that person and who that person really is. And then when you come back into your body, you'll know who you're dealing with. So nobody can't really hide nothing if you're a spiritual person. All right. So let's move on, folks. Now, one thing you got to understand, listen, all this stuff is nothing new under the sun. You know, even the ancient Egyptians knew this. The ancient Egyptians knew all the information that I'm talking about now. But it just was forgotten. It was lost. And now it's hidden. Okay. But all you got to do is do your research and you'll find out everything that they hiding from you. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people think that the pyramids is a pyramid. The pyramid is not a pyramid. Okay. It's just like an iceberg. Nobody ever thinks about what's at the bottom of an iceberg, right? All right. Nobody ever sees what's at the bottom of a pyramid, but there are all kind of interconnected chambers and secret passages up under the bottom of the earth that's under the pyramid. Now, basically a pyramid, folks, is an upside down diamond. The reason why the ancient Egyptians made the pyramids, because they represent eyes. The pyramids are just eyes. All right. It's an upside down diamond. And when we look at pyramids, we're only seeing an upside down diamond. The bottom of the diamond is under the earth. Now, for those of you who don't know about a diamond, when you look inside a diamond, there are multiple different faucets of quartz inside of it and different cuts. That's why they be like VVS cut, you know, I got this, I got that. And they talking about how many times the diamond is cut on the inside to make the light shine brighter. Okay, shine bright like a diamond. See, Rihanna even know. Fly high through the universe as we moonshine and Molly feel the warm world. She awakened. She know about everything I'm telling y'all. You get what I'm saying? But the ancient Egyptians knew this secret, so they made upside down diamonds, so that since the diamond reflects light, they put a gold capstone on top of the back of the diamond, so that when the moon shines at night, since they didn't have electricity back in the day, when the moon shines at night, it reflects off the gold capsule or cornerstone at the top of that diamond, and it goes inside the pyramid, and it reflects off the inner parts of the chambers at the bottom, which reflects the light back up through the top of the pyramid, and it creates light. You know what I mean? And it creates light for the whole city. And if you know about light, and if you know about pyramids, and you know about a diamond, you understand that's what we looking at right now through our eyes. The eyes are diamonds. Okay, it's just that's why they made the pyramids, because they represent eyes like diamonds. That's why you see on the dollar bill or the eye inside of the top of a diamond, because they just basically saying we know the secret too. You know what I'm saying? And so when light comes inside of our eyes, all right, it goes into our eyes, because our eyes are crystal quartz. It's made of a diamond, and it goes to the back of our eyes, and it hits all these retinas and these cones and stuff like that, and the light comes back out our eyes, and we see the world for what it is. But the world is not really what it is. The world is actually upside down, because if you look up how light reflects through an eye, you will see that the light that comes in our eye, in order for it to get to the back of the cones in the back of our eye, the light has to flip, and we're basically seeing everything downside up, but it's coming in upside down. That's why the diamonds and the pyramids are made upside down, because the ancient Egyptians knew how to reflect light the same way the eye reflects light, which is upside down, in order to see the world that we see it. Man, speak up, let your voice be heard. Leave a comment below if you already know this stuff. It ain't rocket science, folks. It's all on the web. You can just research it yourself. If you smart, you gotta be smart though. See, a lot of people too dumb to research stuff. That's why they slow. That's why they still mourning. That's why they still sleep. You know what I'm saying? It's only a select few amount of people that's awake. Because that when you awake, basically what awaken means, it means your pineal gland has been activated. Pineal. Your pineal gland, which is in the dead center of your forehead, all right? That is your pineal gland. Now, for those of you who don't know what the pineal gland is, it's basically the seat of your soul. It's like your whole spirit. This is where you live, in the middle of your pineal gland, in your head, the middle of your head, okay? They call it the seat of God. It look just like, if you look up the brain, the middle of your head, the pineal gland, it look just like a throne that somebody sat on. It's crazy, man. It looked just like a throne. Like it's like you sitting on it, and you the soul. It's crazy, but it's real. So like, have y'all seen the movie Pinocchio? Okay, Pinocchio had a long nose, all right? Now, the reason why Pinocchio had a long nose is because he's a liar, right? So it's a representation. It's just a representation of somebody sleep and then somebody been awoke. For those who don't know, Pano means pineal. Pano means pineal, right? Okio basically means oculus, which is seeing. Okay, that's why you got stuff like Oculus glasses that you see through. You know what I'm saying? Oculus. All right. Pinocchio, C, and Oculus, that basically means pineal gland. That's what all it means. Pinocchio was just the story of a boy who was lying. He was deceptive. You know, he was doing all the wrong things because he was still asleep. And he didn't understand the reason why his nose kept getting long was because he kept being, you know, jealous. Just like people in the world today that's toxic. They might be jealous. They might be lying all the time. Nobody likes them and stuff like that. They just like Pinocchios. They nose get longer. They become unattractive. Pinocchio was unattractive because his nose was long. It's the same way people that lie all the time in the world. Spiritually, they nose are long and they are not unattractive, and they don't understand why nobody don't like them. So in order for Pinocchio, what happened to Pinocchio is Pinocchio found himself. So because his pineal gland, Pinocchio, it activated the same way it happens to me and you. Once you activate your pineal gland, then you start to see the world for what it really is. You start to become a much more nicer person. You're not angry at nobody. You're not upset with people. You don't got to hate on nobody. You don't got to be jealous of nobody. You don't got to lie about nothing, because you see the world for what it really is. It's just your world. Ain't nobody controlling you but yourself. It's all in your head. I think about it over and over again because it's all in my head. Nelly even said that back in the day. You feel me? So nobody talks about this, man, but I want to talk about it. Speak up, let your voice be heard. Leave a comment below and let me know what you know about Pinocchio. Let me know what you know about the pyramids, man. Let me know what you know about astral projection and having out-of-body experiences, folks, because we do it all the time. But it's just like I said, you're never gonna hear an original conversation about stuff like this, because it's people sleep. They mourning. And see, I can go on and on. Words are spells. Words are spells, folks. You know what I'm saying? What you think it means when you say hello to somebody? Hello. It's a spell that you putting on them. You basically saying, okay, when you think about the word hello, what does it say backwards? Oh, hell. I can go on and on, but I ain't got time, man. I told you if you stay to the end of the video, Big Bro got something very special for you. Now, tomorrow, we're going to be doing our first live session for everybody that signed up for the Chosen One University. You got to sign up for this. If you haven't signed up for the Chosen One University, you're going to be missing out on a lot of type of knowledge that I'm like similar to what I'm talking about right now, because this ain't even a half. Okay? So if you want to sign up for Chosen One University, make sure you click the link in the bottom description and in the comment section. All right. If you want a video call with me personally, one-on-one, and you don't want to do the Chosen Ones University calls with everybody else, with me and everybody else, make sure you book that today. I got it in the comment section as well. Book a video call with Big Bro Trend. Thank you so much for tuning in, man. This stuff, you won't hear it nowhere but right here on my channel, your Big Bro Trend. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if it resonated with your spirit. And make sure you share it with somebody who can understand and hear it. All right. See you in the next video. Peace.